So my show is called Split Justice. The reason why it's called Split Justice is because of the duality in justice and because it's all about mental disorder with the main protagonist developing a split personality due to a traumatic experience. So my idea for the programme is that an undercover cop battles with split personality disorder, and as the seasons progress it gradually gets worse and worse. And we see the start of it at the pilot episode with an explosion going off as they're about to enter a building, and he doesn't get the proper medical training, and the aftermath, he didn't get enough support to deal with it, and he goes straight back into the police force. And as the season develops, he goes undercover trying to take down an organisation in London, and while it happens, he battles with lots of difficulties with subplots like his family getting angry at him because it's not there, and his wife eventually leaving him, which causes him to go off the rails. So my show will be aired on Netflix. This is because I feel like Netflix have more of a tendency to push the audiences with what they see, and they like to push the boundaries a bit, which would be great, because the whole idea about Split Justice is that we're going to push the audiences with what they view and how they see mental disorder, with him having mental breakdowns within the show later on, and we see him as a really good cop with lots of morals, wanting to save everyone, brave, and this completely turns around. Also, Netflix have produced such shows as American Horror Story and Black Mirror and 13 Reasons Why, which really like to test the boundaries of the audiences. So the first season will be funded by Netflix, but off the profit that we make from the first season, then we'll keep on recycling it into the later seasons, and this will kind of set a kind of guideline for us of how many seasons there will be and how long we can stretch it out if we need to shorten it, do budget cuts, while still keeping the key story plots. So in the beginning of the seasons, we see Jack as Jack the protagonist having high morals. He likes to help everyone, doesn't like to see anyone get hurt, and he's just genuinely a really good person. And this all kind of turns around when he, in the pilot episode, when a bomb goes off and it leaves him traumatised. During the middle of the show, we can see him get worse and worse with his mental disorder, developing more signs of split personality, and then more kind of characters come in, like Lilith, who's an antagonist, and Hayden, who's also an antagonist. Lilith is the mastermind behind everything, and Hayden is like the enforcer. So although Lilith is the main antagonist, you'll see more of Hayden. Also, at this point, we also get other characters like Aaron Windle, who's a friend of the family's, but has had a crush on Lindsay Evans, the love interest, for quite some time, and we see his plotline go out as well, with him trying to take her from him. During the end of the show, we can see Jack having lots of signs of split personality disorder and multiple others, depression, and this really plays out with his family negatively, with his wife and daughter kind of leaving him for Owen. This makes him spiral down and he completely loses it, having breakdowns. Also during the end, due to him being a big part of the organisation going undercover, he actually goes to prison because of the crimes that he committed, due to Lilith finding out that he was actually an undercover cop and playing on that, threatening his family. Going back to the name Split Justice, we keep on seeing dualities of good and evil, him wanting to do good, but it always ending negatively for him. So main characters are Jack Evans, who's the protagonist. He's the cop that wants to save everyone, and he just has high morals, just wants to save people. Lindsay Evans, who's a mum and caring, she cares for the family. She doesn't like Jack being a cop because of how much time he spends away from the family and the danger that it puts that whole family in. Lisa Evans is 11 and she doesn't like how her dad leaves her, but she loves her parents, and you see this throughout it, and this is what makes it more heartbreaking when she goes against her father. Lilith is the antagonist. She's 34. She's a strategic mastermind. She's had a bad kind of past, and this is why she's in the job that she is, like being a mastermind of criminal organisation, and this will be explored throughout the season. Hayden is 40 and he's loyal to Lilith. They met each other in the past. He's very, very kind of like strict, and he's more of the enforcer of the two. This is why you see him more, because he likes to be on scene, and he likes to he's like the face of the organisation. Next we have Jason Davis, who's...
So can you go to the cast?
Okay,
please?
yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, should I read out like this bit?
Is that to do with the cast?
This is to do with the characters.
Oh, no, just go to the cast, please.
Okay. So the cast is Jamie Dornan, who has had roles in like The Fall, who he played a serial killer. I think that he'll be good for the role because he knows how to play he knows how to play a villain, and what this role will need is someone that will be able to put themselves in the mindset of another person, and like someone that has a split personality. In this split personality, he has the duality of good and evil, so I think that he'll be able to take this role really well. Next we have Ibo Jack, who as Lindsay Evans. She hasn't had many roles, like high roles, so I think this will be a good this will be a next step up for her. It will give her a good stand in her career. She's been a part of films like Tooth for Joy. I think that she'd make a really good love interest for Jack Evans. Next is Lu Jin Liu as Lilith. She's played roles in The Exorcist, and I feel like it's really important for her to have this kind of crazy side with mastermind mentality. As Hayden will be played as Stephen Graham. In all of his roles, he's seen to have like really good, strong characteristics. In The Line of Duty, where he plays as the villain and the protagonist. I feel like he would be a very, very crucial part to this TV series because of his acting, and he'll be able to play on it really, really well as the enforcer. Next is Lenny James. He's had roles in The Walking Dead, and he'll play the head of police. So why I chose him is because of he knows how to play leader roles, and I feel like this will show in as the leader for the head of police. Although he doesn't get much screen time, when he does show up, it will be very, very important for him to have like a strong stand.
Hey, can you tell us your overall budget, please?
Yeah. So my overall budget will be 100,072. No, wait. how do you say it?
Yeah, 172. Would that be 172,000?
Okay.
900.
Oh wait, I think I had it pulled up. Should I say just for the directors? like,
Yeah.
top bit?
So what's the most expensive thing
That you're paying for.
Okay, so the most expensive things I'm paying, the most expensive people that I'm paying for are the actors and the stunt coordinators, dialect coach, which all comes down to 432,309.
Okay. How much is that? Sorry. Can you go on to the launch date? When does this show? When is it going to appear?
Yeah. So we finished production on January, the 15th of January 2020, but we've decided to launch it on around May 2020, just so it gives some time for us to build up hype for the audiences and so that people know what they're going to get and for it just to kind of escalate.
Okay. Can you go through your script, storyboard, and 2 sample scenes, please?
Yeah.
To finish up. Thank you.
So this is my script for the pilot episode. It starts off with loud sirens echoing through the streets as a police car rushes by. It's got 2 policemen inside, Jack and his partner. As they